Mary Clark had a dream, a young black entrepreneur. She poured her heart and soul into her food truck. It was more than just a business. It was a symbol of her ambition, her resilience, her piece of the American dream. This year, she brought her culinary delights and infectious energy to the YMBL South Texas State Fair, eager to share her passion with the community. She envisioned the sights, the smells, the sounds of her Cajun-inspired menu, drawing in eager customers. Little did she know, the music she chose to set the ambiance would become a point of contention, a stark reminder of the insidious presence of racial bias. Mary's vibrant personality was as much a draw as her delicious food. She carefully curated a playlist of Cajun music, its lively rhythms meant to create a welcoming, festive atmosphere. On the first day of the fair, a volunteer approached her booth. She was asked to turn off her music. Confused, but willing to comply, Mary obliged. She reasoned that maybe there was a noise ordinance she was unaware of, a simple misunderstanding. However, the seed of doubt had been sown. The following day, determined to find a compromise, Mary played her music at a barely audible level. She wanted to follow the rules while still adding a touch of her cultural flair to her booth. It wasn't long before she was approached again, this time told that her music, even at a whisper, was still too loud. Frustrated but not defeated, she turned it off. Silence hung heavy in the air, a stark contrast to the lively melodies emanating from nearby vendors. On the third day, Mary noticed a pattern. Other vendors, playing genres like R&B, seemed to have no issue with their music choices. They operated with an auditory backdrop that attracted customers and enhanced the festive atmosphere. Encouraged by this observation, Mary decided to try again. She carefully selected a playlist, keeping the volume low, and stepped away from her booth for a restroom break. Upon her return, she was met with a sight that made her heart sink. Her booth was shut down. The reason? Her music. The unfair treatment was glaring. The arbitrary enforcement of the supposed music regulations felt targeted, discriminatory. Why was her music, a reflection of her heritage and her brand, singled out? The answer, Mary feared, lay in the color of her skin, in the societal structures that too often stifled the voices and aspirations of young, black entrepreneurs like herself. Was it her age, her gender? The injustice of the situation was amplified by the blatant double standard she witnessed. This wasn't just about music, it was about fairness, about equal opportunity. It was about the insidious nature of racial profiling, rearing its ugly head in the most unexpected of places. The joyous atmosphere of the fair felt tainted, replaced by a knot of anxiety and disappointment in Mary's stomach. Her dream, her hard work, felt jeopardized by an invisible hand, pushing her down and silencing her voice. Mary Clark refuses to be silenced. She is determined to fight for justice, to hold the fair organizers accountable for what she believes is a blatant act of discrimination. She demands an apology, a recognition of the pain and humiliation their actions have caused. But more than that, she demands change. She demands a fair and equitable playing field for all vendors, regardless of their race, age, or gender. This isn't just her fight, it's a fight for everyone who has been marginalized, overlooked and silenced. It's a fight for a future where dreams aren't derailed by prejudice, where opportunities are truly equal, and where the sound of music in all its diverse forms is celebrated, not silenced.